Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Riverview Park in Mesa. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage in the 2016 Copperstate Showcase, and we're underway in a Futures Division pool game, and it features the Arizona Athletics Orange and the Fighting Irish. And underway, first pitch of the ball game, and a ground ball back to the pitcher, Gavin Beam, the leadoff hitter for Athletics Orange. Grounded back to the pitcher, so one pitch and one out, and that brings up the third baseman Paul Kelly, who takes strike one. So Beam leads off in right field. Paul Kelly bats second and plays third base. Carson Baker at first base bats third for Athletics Orange. Then Marshall Cross in left field bats fourth. Ground ball over to first, picked up there and a tap of the bag and a couple of quick outs. 2 outs on 3 pitches for Fighting Irish starter Langs Selman. And 2 away in the inning then as Athletics come in 2-0. Fighting Irish 1-1 in pool play. But it's Carson Baker, the first baseman, at the plate. And Selman's first pitch on the way. And the ground ball got a chance for a 4-pitch inning. And a throw across to first base is in time. 3 ground ball outs for Langs Selman to get things started. Athletics go up and down in order after half inning of play. Athletics nothing. Fighting Irish coming up. Fighting Irish ready to go to work in the bottom of the first inning, and Greg Abraham fouls the first pitch away for strike one. So Abraham leads it off for the Fighting Irish in the bottom of the first inning. Justin Galley bats second and plays second. Davis Burke, the shortstop, hits third. And a pop-up on the left side might be trouble. Backing up the shortstop, and sure enough it falls. Finds a little green grass in the outfield in shallow left, and Abraham is aboard with a leadoff base hit. Abraham on at first base for Justin Galley, the second baseman and the number 2 hitter in the Fighting Irish order, as Eric Barada gets the start for the Athletics, and the left-hander's first pitch is high, ball 1. So it's Abraham, Galley, and Burke. Then Tyler Erickson plays third base and bats fourth. Matthew Graff, an extra hitter, hits fifth. Gabe Garcia works behind the plate and bats sixth. Pitch over for a strike, and the count 1-1. Then Langs Selman, the pitcher, is seventh. Max Franco starts at first base and bats eighth. And the number 9 hitter is the left fielder, Ian Wyson. Check of the runner at first base, and an easy throw that way. Leadoff hitter aboard for the Fighting Irish after the Athletics went 3 up and 3 down in the top of the first. 3 ground ball outs on 4 pitches. And a ball lifted, foul, and out of play down the right side, and the count goes to 1-2. That will set the defense for the Athletics, who didn't get a chance to get through their lineup because such a quick top of the first inning. There's a ground ball rolled over to third, out at second base, and no throw to first. He is out as the ball got away, but out on the transfer at second base. So a 5-4 force retires Abraham. Galley aboard on a fielder's choice, and the batter is Davis Burke. So the defense for the Athletics, it's Marshall Cross in left field, Tanner Burton in center field, and Gavin Beam in right. The infield is Paul Kelly at third, and we'll get you the rest here as the first pitch to Burke bounces in, ball 1. But it's Kelly at third, then it's Max Lyons at shortstop. Matthew Hayes plays second. Carson Baker is at first. Carter Maddox works behind the plate, catching Eric Barada. So that's how the Athletics set up defensively. The 1-0 pitch, swinging a foul ball, and the count 1-1. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the first, just getting settled in here from Riverview Park in Mesa. Got started a little bit early, nothing wrong with that. Although I don't think quite as early as the umpire said, but scheduled for a 9:45 first pitch as the runner takes off and steals second base. The pitch, I believe, was a ball to Burke. And Gallet steals second, so he's in scoring position as the count moves to 2-1. But we were scheduled for a 9:45 first pitch. Got the first one across at 9:41. And there's a ball off the handle, rolled to the first baseman, and Baker there makes the play. 3 unassisted retires Burke for the second out. Gallet to third base, and the batter is Tyler Erickson. Again, nothing wrong with getting started early, and that's like pretty much any day, any time, any place. If you can get a few extra minutes start at any sort of a tournament setting, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And I think it particularly comes into play today because of the record high heat expected as Erickson takes strike one. And the wind of the 1-strike pitch, and that goes to the backstop. Runners coming to the plate, and there will not be a throw. So wild pitch scores Gallet, and the Fighting Irish lead 1-0. Now Tyler Erickson will try to get it started with the bases empty. And 2 away. And Barada's pitch popped up and just back and out of play. And the count goes to 1-2. Barada, the left-hander, back to it. The 1-2 pitch over for a called third strike, and that will end the inning. But the Fighting Irish are on the board. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, no one left after an inning of play. Fighting Irish 1, Athletics 0. So we move to the second inning. Athletics send up Marshall across the left fielder. He goes after the first pitch, but this one a line drive and a base hit into right field. So a good way to get it started for the Athletics. Again, they sent 3 hitters to the plate in the top of the first inning, 3 outs on 4 pitches. And Cross continues that, jumping on the first one, but again, his works out with a single into right field. So Cross aboard at first. Ronan Kopp, an extra hitter, bats for the Athletics. Lang-Selman works with a base runner on for the first time. Big jump and a ground ball through the hole on the right side with the runner going, and that will get Cross to third base. So Athletics in business here in the top of the second as they put runners at first and third with nobody out, and the batter Eric Barada. Again going after the first pitch. 5 hitters have seen a total of 6 pitches. So for the Athletics, then it's Beam, Kelly, Baker, the top third, then Cross, Kopp, and Barada batting 4th, 5th, and 6th. Bottom 4 in the order: Carter Maddox, the catcher, Matthew Hayes, the second baseman, Max Lyons, the shortstop, and the center fielder Tanner Burton. First and third and nobody out. Runner takes off. Pitch bounced in and it's ball 1. So the Athletics showing they're going to run early. And they put 2 in scoring position now, and the 2-0 or the 1-0 pitch rather. Misses outside, and now 2-0. One thing of note for the Fighting Irish, that run in the bottom of the first inning, it's the first run the Athletics have allowed the entire weekend. As the Athletics come in 2-0, and they have shut out both opponents in their pool wins. Now the 2-0 pitch. Bunt shown, runner coming in on a squeeze, and the ball scooped to the plate, not in time. So Barada gets down the squeeze bunt. I don't know that they would have had a play on him at first, but what's the umpire saying? That he is going to be called out, stepped on the plate apparently. And so the run does not score. Barada is the first out. So that's a big call there. Takes a run off the board. Now second and third with one out. Infield comes in, and the batter Carter Maddox. And the first pitch up and in, ball one. So the Irish bring the infield in, and Maddox with two in scoring position. A lot of room to work with now. If he can get a ball past the infielders, chance to score one for sure, and maybe two. Yeah, runners coming in. They're going to try it again, and this time it's bunted foul. And they count 1-1. It's an interesting strategy here, top of the second inning. And, one of the interesting things about doing tournaments like this, you see a team, maybe once a year. It seems like more often sometimes, 3 or 4 times for some of the teams that play in the same tournaments through Southwest Woodbat Classics where we do a lot of our work. There's a ground ball to short. That'll get the run in. Throw on to first base wide, but coming off the bag is the first baseman, Franco, and he's able to make the tag to get Maddox going by. So it goes as a 6-3 RBI ground out as Cross scores from third base. Kopp goes to third, and the batter is Matthew Hayes. But again, it's interesting. We don't see these teams very often, so we don't know the lineups. We don't know how, what's effective and what's not. But it's interesting how much small ball and how much pressure the Athletics are trying to put on here in the second inning as Hayes is at the plate with a runner at third and 2 away. A run in to tie the game at 1. But we've seen 2 runners from first base steal or try to steal. The first one was turned into kind of a hit and run. That ball tapped out in front of the plate. Throw it down to first high and safe to call at first base. Garcia did a good job to get out from behind the plate in a hurry, but his throw pulls Franco off the bag, and that allows Kopp to score and puts the Athletics in front 2-1. It'll be an E2 to extend the inning for the Athletics. And now the batter is Max Lyons. See if that runner goes on the first pitch. He does not. And the first pitch to Lyons is up and in for a ball. But anyway, saw a runner at first take off that turned into a hit and run with a ball delivered on a base hit into right. The next guy then stole after a first and third, and we saw 2 squeeze attempts. So interesting. Different ways to try to get runs in. There's a ground ball over toward third base rather, picked up there, and this time Erickson's throw again looked like pulled Franco off the bag, but he comes off and applies the tag. So it'll go as a 5-3 ground out to retire Lyons. And the Athletics are done in the second, but they come back from a 1-0 deficit and take a 2-1 lead as they get 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left after an inning and a half. Athletics 2, Fighting Irish 1. Matthew Graff leads out for the Fighting Irish in the bottom of the second. Takes up and in, ball 1. Graff, Garcia, and Selman for the Irish. The 1-0. And that's foul to the backstop, and they count 1-1. Pitch over for a strike, and they count 1-2. And a ground ball foul just outside of third base. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Fighting Irish with a run in the bottom of the first inning, but the Athletics Orange come back with 2 in the top of the second. Breaking ball high, 2-2. Final time slot of the weekend here in the Southwest Woodbat Classics Copperstate Showcase as that one bounces in and gets the plate umpire. And they count 3-2. Now we go back to work, and the 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, and Graff strikes out. First out of the inning, second strikeout for Eric Barada. And the batter will be Gabe Garcia. Of course, this weekend weather prompted time changes for the tournament. So the pitch is outside for a ball. I think things would have been stretched out a little bit more, and definitely started later in the morning. Typically, first pitch is usually around 8 or 9, but had 7:30 starts both yesterday and today. That ball popped up on the right side. That's playable over there and put away by the second baseman Hayes. And that is out number 2. Four in a row retired by Barada. Now we'll go after his opposing pitcher, Langs Selman. And Selman out in front of an off-speed pitch, strike 1. Southwest Woodbat Classics right back at it again on Thursdays. They begin a 4-day tournament, the Cactus Classic. Coming up, another swing and a miss, and they count 0-2. Cactus Classic will run Thursday through Sunday. And then off for a few weeks. We'll be back starting July 14th through the 17th for the Summer Nationals, and then the Telluride Mountain Classic in Telluride, Colorado, the 21st through the 24th of July. And that will wrap up the summer season. And then 4 straight tournaments scheduled for 4 weekends in September. Next pitch low, and the count 2-2. So Selman out in front of a couple of off-speed pitches, fell behind 0-2. Now the count worked to 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, base is empty, bottom of the second, 2-1 Athletics. And a ground ball rolled slowly to the right side. Hayes will field and flip to Baker at first base, and that is in time. 4-3 ground out. And the Fighting Irish are done in the second. 3 up and 3 down they go. And after 2 innings of play, the Irish trail the Athletics 2-1. Ten, 1 and 2 in the order for the Athletics. And the top of the third inning, Tanner Burton takes inside for ball 1. Burton, Beam, and Kelly for the Athletics in the third. The 1-0 pitch, over but high, and it's 2-0. I mentioned the Athletics had not given up a run through the tournament. 2-0 in pool play. They beat the Cats White 9-0, and they beat Sentinel Gold 10-0. That pitch inside and bounced in. In fact, the count now 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. Looked like he tried to take a little off there, got it over, and it's ball 4. 4-pitch walk to the number 10 hitter, and that'll turn the order over for the Athletics. It'll bring up their leadoff man, Gavin Beam. I don't know that Burton really had a whole lot of choices there. He didn't really have any pitches that were very close in the strike zone, but that's the deepest Selman has gone to a hitter. That ball bounced in, and the wild pitch will send Burton to second base. Garcia not able to get it clean there. And so ball 1 on Beam, who grounded back to Selman to start the ball game. Runner at second, no one out in the top of the third. 2-1 Athletics with the lead. And the 1-0 pitch. And a high pop up. Gallet calls for it and makes the play. And so that is out number 1. That's a big out to retire the leadoff hitter in the lineup. Obviously, a runner already on base, but going to have to get through this top of the order with a runner in scoring position. But now one out, the batter Paul Kelly. He grounded out to Franco at first. Back in the first. Runner takes off. They pitch low. They throw to third base over the head of the third baseman Erickson. Runner did not try to advance, though, so Burton content with the stolen base. That's another thing you don't see very often, a runner stealing third base with a left-handed hitter up there, because the catcher gets such an early look. And there's a ground ball down the third base line. Oh, they had a chance to make the play on the runner at third. Instead, the throw across is in time. Burton, the third base runner, or the runner at third rather, was a little bit down the line. Erickson made a nice play to field it, had that runner off the bag right in front of him, and instead decided to throw it across to first base where he gets Paul Kelly. So 2 away in the inning, but a runner still at third, and the batter Carson Baker. And Baker yanks one down the left field line. That's a fair ball, and that's going to be extra bases. Burton scores. Baker on his way to second base. He'll stop there with an RBI double, and it's 3-1. And that kind of goes down as an unearned earned run, as Marshall Cross will bat with Baker at second and 2 away. And the first pitch over for a strike, but it was a walk to get things started. A wild pitch moved the runner to second. Stolen base got him to third, but then a ground ball. They had a chance to get the runner at third when he was off the bag, but instead decided to go to first base. And the very next pitch, Baker doubles into left field. Pitch over the head of Marshall Cross for a ball, 1-1. Cross with a base hit and a run his first time up. Runner at second and 2 outs are run in for the Athletics. They lead 3-1 heading in the top of the third. Check back to second base from Selman. The 1-1 to Cross is inside, and it's 2-1. Check of the runner at second base. And the 2-1 pitch. That's bounced in, and the runner will take off. Got a pretty good read there, did Baker, running at second. Saw that ball go into the dirt, and then the fact that it caromed over toward first base gives Baker an even better opportunity to take off, so he gets to third. Now the 2-1 pitch. Under the hands on the inside corner, a strike, and it's 2-2. Forecast says 119 today. Seen anywhere from 117 to about 120, depending on which news outlet you check with. Pop up behind the plate and put away. Nice play there by the catcher Garcia to stay with that one with the sun in his eyes a bit, but he makes the catch to retire Cross, and the inning is over for the Athletics. But they add on as they get another run in the top of the third inning, and after 2.5, they lead 3-1. Fighting Irish set up 8-9-1 in the order. Max Franco goes after the first one he sees and rolls a ground ball to Hayes, the second baseman. 1 pitch and 1 out on a 4-3 ground out. And now that's 6 in a row retired by Eric Barada. He goes after Ian Woyson. A breaking ball. Misses for a ball. Looked like the plate umpire started up there but stopped himself. The 1-0. Bounced in. It goes to the backstop. 2-0. Ian Woyson. And a ground ball, foul outside of third base. The count 2-1. Out of the left-hander with the next one. That's high and away. 3-1. And back to it, the 3-1 pitch. And that's bounced in for ball 4. So Woyson, the number 9 hitter in the order, earns a 1-out walk. He takes a big turnaround. He's going to go all the way to second base. Catcher Maddox knew it was ball 4, and I think he kind of thought that ended the play, but the ball's still live as it went to the backstop. And so Woyson makes his way to second base. Now Greg Abraham, who had a base hit his first time up. Bunting and bunts it foul. So we saw into the strategy a little bit here, and I guess the ball went off the catcher Maddox. So we'll take a break while Maddox shakes it off. We play in the bottom of the third. It's 3-1. And we get back to play. Abraham with a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. But I started to say you can kind of see into the strategy of teams a little bit. We've seen the Athletics try to ramp up the pressure. They've been running some. Turn back to second, but no throw. And then the Irish with 1 on and 1 out, their leadoff hitter up there. They asked Abraham to bunt. Now, he may have missed his sign. I don't know, because there was talk after that as that ball is popped foul and out of play. And we stay at 0-2. One on and 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Fighting Irish down 3-1. And the next one bounced in there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there's a ball hit pretty well out to right field. That'll fall for a base hit. Runner will be held at third base. And the Fighting Irish put runners at the corners with 1 out. So Abraham with his second base hit of the ball game. And the batter is Justin Galley. Athletics will go through signs with runners at first and third. Fighting Irish down a couple of runs, but would expect that Abraham might try to take off here. Leadoff hitter, expect he's going to run pretty well. And a balk is called, and that will advance both runners. So Woyson scores, and Abraham to second base. So the balk brings in a run, and we'll get a timeout out of the Athletics dugout. Now in the bottom of the third, it's 3-2. Now I'm going to call another balk as Abraham goes to third base. Barada got up there to pitch. Didn't realize there was only a runner at second base, so he started to go out of the windup, and then he stepped off the rubber with the wrong foot. And so Abraham goes to third, represents the tying run, and Justin Galley at the plate trying to bring him in. Infield in for the Athletics. Pitch misses for a ball, and it's 2-0. So a lot going on here in the third inning for the Fighting Irish. Couple of balks in the inning, a walk and a single. And a ground ball. Runner's going to try for the plate. Here comes a throw to the plate, and it is in time. throw down to first, and Gallet safe there, but Hayes throws out Abraham at the plate. 4-2 on the play. And so Gallet aboard on a fielder's choice. Now 2 outs in the inning and a runner at first. And the batter is Davis Burke. Runner goes, and the ball lifted into shallow right field. Going to be a long run. And Gavin Beam gets there to make the play. And that will end the inning. Fighting Irish get a run in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and after 3, they trail 3-2. And a pitching change for the Fighting Irish as we start the 4th inning. Ronan Kopp takes strike 1 from Ian Wyson. So Lang Selman is done, at least on the mound. The next pitch is inside on the count 1-1. Kopp, Barada, and Maddox for the Athletics in the 4th. And a swing and a miss for a strike, and it's 1-2. Wyson with the 1-2 pitch. Bounced it in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Lang Selman, the starter for the Fighting Irish, goes 3 innings, allows 3 hits, 3 runs all earned. And he walked 1, did not strike out a batter, and the count goes to 3-2 on Kopp. Got a new left fielder out there for the Fighting Irish, of course, since Wyson was the starting left fielder, but he's not wearing a number out there. Doesn't have a number on the back. There's a fly ball into center field. Abraham there, and he makes the catch. 1 away. So we know Burke, the shortstop, who is in the starting lineup, doesn't have a number. He's still out there at short. The 3 subs that we got from the Fighting Irish all had numbers assigned to them, so it's either a different player or somebody doesn't have a jersey today. The first pitch to Eric Barada is inside for ball 1. Three runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Athletics. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Fighting Irish. And a pitch is high, and the count goes to 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. And misses for a ball, 3-0. And now Wyson with the 3-0, and that one's nowhere close. Ball 4. Now Barada walks. And with Barada at first base, the batter is Carter Maddox. Maddox with an RBI ground out his first time up. Turn and a throw to first and the runner back. 3-2 our scores. We play in the top of the 4th inning. Final pool game for each of these squads. On the final morning of play in the Copperstate Showcase. First pitch high, ball 1. Should have just about everything wrapped up, though, by around noon with the 4 fields here. Everyone was scheduled to start around or by 9:45, but I don't think all four fields here at Riverview got started on time. The pitch over for a strike and the count 1-1. We were fortunate, as I mentioned, we got started a few minutes early at 9:41, but saw some umpires walking up just a little bit before 10, so at least one of the fields got started late. Runner with a good jump and a line drive back to the pitcher. Boyson didn't catch it clean, but had the wherewithal to stay with it and pick up the dropped line drive and throw to first base to get Maddox. So Barada goes to second, and Maddox the second out, 1-3 on the play, and the batter is Matthew Hayes. Plate umpire may have signaled 1 out. Garcia turned and talked to him for a moment, and now signals 2 outs. Hayes takes high for ball 1. Hayes rolled one out in front of the plate that was thrown wide of the bag at first, his first time up, so he reached on an E2. The 1-0 pitch is high, and it's 2-0. Runner at second and 2 away, top of the 4th inning. Athletics leading 3-2. And the next pitch high, and it's 3-0. The 3-0 pitch, that's not close for ball 4. Second 4-pitch walk of the inning given up by Ian Woyson. But he's been able to pitch around the trouble to this point. Now 2 aboard with 2 outs for Max Lyons and a timeout from the Fighting Irish dugout. We play in the top of the 4th. It's still 3-2. And the first pitch to Max Lyons, high and away for ball 1. And the next pitch lifted out to left center field. This is going to be trouble. It's down for a hit. 1 run will score. Trying to get that throw in. A couple of hitches out there in left field, and that allows Lyons to go to second base. So Barada scores. Hayes to third, and Lyons to second. Give Lyons an RBI as well. It's 4-2. And time called, and that's going to do it for Ian Woyson. Pitching change for the Fighting Irish. We play in the top of the 4th inning. It's 4-2. Davis Burke on the pitch for Fighting Irish in the 4th. Blows a fastball past Tanner Burton for strike 1. Next one up and in, and it's a ball and a strike. George Dillon now in the ball game as the new right fielder. There were other changes. We're still getting those here as the pitch is over for a strike, and it's 1-2. Second and third with 2 outs, a run in. And the pitch outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the sent from Burke in the 2-2. And a ground ball fielded by Gallet, the new shortstop, and he throws on to first base, and that is in time. Burton is done. And so are the Athletics in the 4th. They add 1, though, in the midpoint of the ball game. It's the Athletics 4, the Fighting Irish 2. Tyler Erickson, the leadoff hitter for the Fighting Irish in the bottom of the fourth, faces a new pitcher from the Athletics. It's the starting shortstop, Max Lyons. A ground ball, foul outside of first base. So Lyons coming on to pitch prompts a couple of other changes. As Paul Kelly, the starting third baseman, moves to shortstop, and the ball cut off, and a throw on to first base is in time. The new third baseman is the former starting left fielder, Marshall Cross. So Cross throws out Erickson one away, and then Barada stays in the game and takes over for Cross in left field. Now Matthew Graff. He takes ball one. And the next one bounced in there. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out, bases empty in the bottom of the fourth. Fighting Irish trailing Athletics Orange 4-2. And the next one bounced in there. 3-0. And that pitch is high, and it's ball 4. So Graff walks on 4 straight, and the batter is Gabe Garcia. Try to throw over to first and the runner back. And that ball fouled off. Garcia popped out the first time up. That throw gets away as a pickoff attempt goes way over the head of the first baseman. And that moves Graff into scoring position, an E1. First error of the day for the Athletics. Now ball and a strike. Ball fouled straight back, and they count 1-2. And a ground ball should move the runner up. No, they're going to try for third, and they get him. Base running mistake there. 6-5 on the play at third base for the second out. It's a fielder's choice for Garcia. And I believe this is Cam Fox. So I think Fox was the one that took over in left field when Woyson came in to pitch for Selman. First pitch misses for a ball. Throw down to first and the runner back. Another throw over, and again the runner gets back. Well, 2 balls and no strikes on Fox. 4-2 our score as we play in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Runner taken off, and the ball fouled straight back. The count 2-2. And the next pitch misses outside, 3-2. So 3-2, runner will take off with the pitch. Well, except he didn't. And it's ball 4. Should have been going 3-2 with 2 outs, but did not take off. Worked out okay for the Fighting Irish, though. It was ball 4, so puts runners at first and second with 2 away for Max Franco. First one bounced in, and the runners will each move up on a wild pitch. So the tying runs in scoring position now for the Fighting Irish, trailing 4-2. And that throw down to third base, a runner gets back. And a ball fouled down the third base line. 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 4th, 4-2. Our score. And that ball inside hits Franco. So he's hit by the pitch, and that will load the bases. And time called from the Athletics dugout, playing in the bottom of the 4th, still 4-2. And Dillon with a ground ball over to third. Throw across the diamond to first base is in time. George Dillon grounds out to end the Irish 4th inning, and they do not score. Lead the base was loaded, though, and after 4 innings of play, they trail 4-2. Top of the order for the Athletics in the top of the 5th inning, Gavin Beam takes low and away, ball 1. It's Beam, Kelly, and Baker for the Athletics in the 5th. And a breaking ball over the head of Beam, 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. And that's a fly ball into center field. Abraham there, and makes the catch, 1 away. Now 1 out for Paul Kelly. Beam now 0 for 3, Kelly 0 for 2. First pitch fastball high for ball one. Yeah, pitch over for a strike, and the count 1-1. Time called at the plate. And that ball fouled off. They count 1-2 strikes. 1 out, bases empty in the top of the 5th. And a fastball misses away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one misses. 3-2. 4-2 our score. Fighting Irish got on the board first with a run in the bottom of the first inning, led 1-0. Then the Athletics came back with 2 in the top of the second to go up 2-1. And ball fouled away. Added another run in the third to make it 3-1. For the Irish got a run back in the bottom of the third to cut it to 3-2. And then the Athletics right back with a run in the top of the fourth inning. They go up 4-2. And that's where we're at as we play in the top of the 5th. And a ball out of play down the left side. So Kelly's fouled off a couple of 3-2 pitches. And a swing and a miss on a pitch that may have tailed off the plate. Kelly strikes out, 2 away in the inning. And here comes Carson Baker. Baker with an RBI double his last time up, 1 for 2 today. And he takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. And the 1-1 is laced into left center field. And that's going to get past the left fielder, Fox. Throw goes to third base. They got a shot at him, but not able to pick it up clean as that ball bounced in front of Erickson. He couldn't pick it up to make the swipe tag. So Baker with some instant offense here for the Athletics. He gets a triple. And now Marshall Cross will try to bring him in, but first a timeout from the Fighting Irish dugout. It's 4-2 as we play in the 5th. First pitch to Marshall Cross, low for a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch, and a swing and a foul ball, and they count 1-1. Baker at third after a triple, 2 outs in the inning. And there's a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. That'll bring in a run to make it 5-2. RBI single for Marshall Cross. So the Athletics have scored in every inning but the first. 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and now 1 in the 5th. And Cross is at first base with 2 away for Ronan Kopp. Throw over to first, just about got the runner, but Cross able to Dive back to the bag. Gonna try it again. A high throw and the runner back. Again, a throw over, and again the runner back. A high pop-up. Just to the outfield grass right on the edge there. And it's Gallet that makes the catch to end the inning, with the Athletics add another run in the top of the fifth. They do it on 2 hits, and they leave one after 4.5. It's the Athletics 5, the Fighting Irish 2. It's the top of the order for the Fighting Irish in the fifth. Greg Abraham takes outside for ball 1. And a ground ball rolled over to the right side, and throw on to first base. 4-3 ground out to get Abraham one away as Hayes makes that play, and the batter is Justin Gallet. Swing and a miss for a strike. And a breaking ball misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Max Lyons in his second inning of work gets that pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-2. Now 2-2. And he got Gallet there swinging on an off-speed pitch that ends up out of the strike zone. 2 away in the inning. And the batter, Davis Burke. And Burke trying to get it going here with 2 outs and the base is empty. And Lyons back to it, and that ball foul to the backstop. And a ball fouled out of play on the first base side. Lyons back to the line in the pitch. And that's low and away. And a tomahawk ground ball to short. Fielded there to throw on the run to first base is in time. Burke grounds out 6-3. And it's a 3-up, 3-down, fifth inning for the Fighting Irish. After 5, they trail 5-2. Eric Barada goes after the first pitch of the sixth inning and rolls a ground ball over to the second base. There's a long way to go to get that one, but nice play. And a 4-3 ground out is out number 1. New pitcher out there for the Fighting Irish. Their 4th pitcher of the day, it's Tyler Erickson. Pitch to Carter Maddox, misses for a ball. And a ground ball over toward third. Burke, the new third baseman, and he throws that one away over the head of the first baseman, Franco. Throw to second, not in time. 2-base throwing error, an E5. Puts Maddox at second and brings up Matthew Hayes. First pitch, pop up in the infield. And caught behind the bag by Gallet for out number 2. And now 2 away in the inning, and the batter is Max Lyons. And a ground ball over to third. Burke's going to get another chance. This one right on the money to first base. And that is the inning for the Athletics. 5-3 ground out. And the Athletics done. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 5-2. Tyler Erickson takes low and away for a ball. And the next pitch bounced in there. 2 balls and no strikes. Next one outside, 3-0. Erickson, Graff, Garcia scheduled for the Irish in the bottom of the 6th inning as they trail 5-2. Pitch a strike, 3-1. Erickson called out on strikes in the first, grounded out in the 4th. And fouls that one off as that one bounced up and hit him in the batter's box. And they count 3-2. Ball fouled down the left side, out of play. And the 3-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, but the ball gets away and goes to the backstop. And Erickson will reach. Causes a strikeout and a wild pitch. And Erickson aboard at first base. And the batter, Matthew Graff. That ball bounced in, and Erickson will go to second on another wild pitch. Fighting Irish trying to make some noise in the bottom of the 6th inning. They trail 5-2. But now they get a runner in scoring position with no one out. And a swing and a miss for a strike, and they count 1-1. And next pitch outside, 2-1.
Let's go, bro. Get your bats going now.
That one bounced in, and the runner will go to third base. And a slow tapper over to third. Runner held at third base, and the throw on to first is in time. 5-3 ground out. Retires Graf. Erickson stays at third, and the batter will be Gabe Garcia. And the ball foul to the backstop, and it's 1-1. So it's interesting again. We've talked about some of the strategy stuff, but we're playing in the bottom of the sixth inning. The Athletics hold a 5-2 lead, and yet they had the infield in on that last pitch. They moved him back to about halfway here, and that's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. And a breaking ball fools Garcia, snaps over the inside corner for a called third strike. And that is out number 2. Pinch hitter as Connor Detlefson bats for the first time. And he fouls the first pitch off for a strike. And the next one over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Pop up, first base side in, foul territory, catch made, and the inning is over. Fighting Irish got the leadoff hitter aboard, but could not get him in. And after 6, it is still 5-2. Tanner Burton with a big swing there and a foul ball. And that is strike 1. 10-1-2 in the order for the Athletics in the top of the 7th. Next one misses high and away, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball hits slowly down the third base line. And Burke throws on to first base in time. 5-3 ground out, retires the leadoff hitter in the Athletics' 7th inning. And Gavin Beam takes high for ball 1. Now 2 balls and no strikes. And a ground ball foul outside third base, 2-1. And the wind and the 2-1 pitch. And a ground ball. Burke's going to get another one. And this time the throw off the bag. And Franco not able to get back to the bag in time. And E5 puts Beam aboard. And with 1 on and 1 out, the batter is Paul Kelly. Pitch to Kelly outside for a ball. Runner goes, pitch outside, the throw to second base, not in time. And that'll get through and into center field. Throw goes to third, and that's not in time. So it'll go as a stolen base and an E2. Second error of the inning for the Fighting Irish, and their 4th in the game. Irish bring the infield in. Pitch to Kelly high for a ball. 5-2 the score, and the Athletics with another run 90 feet away. And that misses for ball 4. Kelly to first base. That'll put runners at the corners with 1 out for Carson Baker. Runner from first takes off, no throw to second base. So Kelly in at second. And the infield comes back in again. Ball off the end of the bat, fouled out of play. And the next one bounced in. That'll go to the backstop, and that'll bring a run in to make it 6-2. Wild pitch scores Gavin Beam. Paul Kelly goes to third base. And a ground ball to short, and took a look to try to get that runner back to third base. He took off, and the throw to the plate bounces in and goes to the backstop, and another run is in as Kelly scores. So it's a fielder's choice off the bat of Baker, and E2 at the plate. 3rd error of the inning, 5th of the game for Fighting Irish, and it's a 2-run 7th inning for the Athletics. And they lead 7-2 as that pitch to Cross is over for a strike. And the 1-strike pitch, fastball high, 1-1. Runner at second and 1 out, 2 runs in for the Athletics in the 7th. And the 1-1 pitch, that is hammered out to left center field. That's going to be a long run as Baker is around to score. Cross on his way to third base, and the throw off the mark. It's an RBI triple and it's 8-2. Now it's Cross at third base with one out. And the first pitch over the outside corner for a strike to Ronan Kopp. And Kopp hits one well out to right center field. And this will get down and past the outfielders. Dillon will give chase. Kopp on his way around second. He's going to try for third, and there will not be a throw. Back-to-back RBI triples for the Athletics. So Cross scores, Kopp to third. It's a 4-run seventh inning, and it's 9-2. And now time called from the Irish dugout. Playing in the seventh, it's 9-2. First pitch to Eric Barada over for a strike. Another new pitcher out there. It is Max Franco. And a ball fouled back in the count 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, low and in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at third with 1 out. Irish have relaxed the infield here. They're just looking to get an out. Pitch outside, 2-2. And a swing and a miss gets Barada 2 away. Brings up Carter Maddox. 0 for 3 today. 3 ground balls. Out twice and reached once on an error. And there's another ground ball rolled up the middle, and that'll sneak through and get into center field. It's an RBI base hit for Maddox. As Kopp scores from third base, it's a 5-run seventh inning for the Athletics. They lead 10-2. And the batter, Matthew Hayes. And first pitch over for a strike. And that ball fouled off at the plate, and it's 0-2. A big 7th inning for the Athletics. They led 5-2 after 6, and they have scored 5 times in the 7th inning. Runner goes, pitch outside, throw to second base is not in time. Maddox steals second base. And a pitch up and in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 fouled off. Hayes, the 9th man to bat in the inning for the Athletics. And that'll be a called third strike to help end the inning. 9 come to the plate, 5 score, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 10-2. Underway in the bottom of the 7th inning. Max Franco takes strike 1 from the third pitcher of the ball game for the Athletics. It's Ronan Kopp, the left-hander, on to try to get through the 7th. A swing and a miss on a pitch up and in and out of the strike zone. And the 0-2, and that's high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 8, 9, and 1 in the order for the Fighting Irish in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Franco is out on strikes, 1 away. George Dillon bats with 1 out here in the 7th. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. And the next pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And Dillon out on strikes, 2 away. In the top of the order, Greg Abraham. Final out, or down to the final out anyway, the Irish. First pitch low and in, ball 1. You know, you figure even though the Athletics are a good team, you figure 5-2, you feel like you've at least got a fighting chance to get a couple of guys on and start moving them around, but things unraveled in the top of the 7th inning as that pitch is high and it's 2-0. But give the Athletics credit as they put the pressure on. 5 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors in the 7th inning. Throwing a walk, a couple of wild pitches. There's a slow roller to the right side. And the throw on to first base is in time, and that will do it. Abraham grounds out 4-3. And it's a 3-up, 3-down 7th inning for the Fighting Irish. And we go final from Riverview. And so we'll give you the totals on the ball game for the Athletics. Unofficially 10 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and 7 left. For the Fighting Irish, they scored 2 runs on 2 hits. Did not have a hit after the 3rd inning. But 2 runs on 2 hits, they commit 5 errors, and they leave 5 runners on base. So the Athletics, Arizona Athletics Orange, finished pool play at 3-0, and the Fighting Irish finished their pool play at 1-2. So that will do it. Again, our final score: Arizona Athletics Orange 10, Fighting Irish 2 from Riverview Park in Mesa, Arizona. It's Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long, and we hope to talk to you again soon.